Hello and welcome back. I am your host with the most, TheChronicToast. Now today we are diving right back into BeamNG.drive. That's right, our favorite soft body physics simulator with car crashes, cool maps, and all that jazz. So today we are taking a look at a very specific scenario, Island Tour. You can see up here on the right it says race around the coast of Jungle Rock Island in the Ibishu Pessima Custom. Difficulty is medium. The authors are, of course, BeamNG. The creation is May 23rd, 2015, and the map is a new one here to the channel, Jungle Rock Island. So let's take a look at this. Let's get stuck in. I'm actually excited. I'm not really sure how well the Pessima handles. The title doesn't really inspire confidence, but it's a brand new map as it loads in here. It looks like a cool jungle scenario. So that'll be pretty nifty here. So, all right, it says, take a tour of Jungle Rock Island in the Pessima Custom. This looped circuit is smoother and faster than other areas of the map. Go as fast as you can, or just cruise and take a look around. Tips and hints. The Pessima Custom is much easier to drive than the 200BX. Enjoy the ride. All right, well, here we are. Ooh, looks like we got a Hawaii license plate, maybe. Not really sure. But we got some fancy wheels on this. And as always, you know, our first one, we're just trying to complete the map. Ooh, this is a little peppy. I like it. We're just trying to complete the map. You know, we're not going to be pushing it for time. I'd like to kind of just generally walk through and see everything, and then once we kind of know what we're dealing with, we can actually kind of step in and you know, really push it, which is where we're gonna have some accidents and wreck. I just kind of want to walk the course a little bit beforehand, pre-drive the course just to kind of see. This is actually really beautiful. This is loading and playing very, very well, at least on the newer rig that I've got. Even with all the foliage here, I'm quite impressed. When I used to play this style of map many years ago with a potato for a computer, this would be a very, very difficult map, but this rolls pretty good, pretty nice. I'm impressed. This is cool. So it looks like we're over, some rough roads here. Oh, and a tunnel. That's cool. And of course, it's got the echo. That's awesome. That's really cool. Get to hear that engine wind up a little bit. And all right, this is cool. Oh, this is pretty cool. Actually, we're not halfway. Shoot, we're almost halfway. So, oh man, ladies and gents, this is gonna be a fun one. I am pretty excited. So, okay, we're gonna get to see a big, solid tour on just about most of this map. I didn't realize it was quite this long. That's cool, man. We're gonna get a good chance to really. Oop, that's us in the drink over here on the side. So, we're not gonna get out of this, I don't think. Nope. In fact, the only way we're gonna go is down, which is not where I want to go. So. Well, that's going to be our tour. And, all right, let's try to make this count. Then we'll do it again once in first-person view. And if we really feel like we need it, we might try the gears. But, all right, let's go for it. Fingers crossed. This is actually a long one, so I want to do my best to finish it as quickly as possible without wrecking. I'd like to actually complete the challenge here on screen without having to do a bunch of cuts and retakes and... you know, I don't want to be that YouTuber that says, oh, this is my first or second try, and really I attempted like 45 times, right? Like, that's not cool. So you ladies and gents are playing through this as I'm playing through it right now. And if it gets too long on the tooth, we'll just cut it and say, hey, it's a difficult track. But let's just try to read what's going on up here. This is a pretty peppy little car. The understeer is definitely a thing. The brakes are definitely something that's locking up on us. But it seems to be reacting in a... oh, that's so cool. The road's all kicked in. Here we go. Oh, yeah, man. The sound. I love it. But for the most part, as it kind of wanders a little, it's reacting fairly predictably, which is a nice change of pace, to be honest. A lot of the faster, speedier cars or older cars or shorter wheelbase cars start getting a little bit twitchy. And when that happens, it's hard to recover from. Longer wheelbase cars have their own shortcomings. Like once they start to walk, it's a lot more work to get that back end around. But, you know, again, it's a different challenge. So this is the corner we went off of, I believe, last time. Here we go. This sounds pretty decent, too. Ooh, covered roadway. Nice. And into another tunnel. I wonder if this one's going to echo as well. It might not. A little bit. Can't really tell if it's going to be the same sound or not. It's open on one side, so. This is cool. Again, oh man. I'm trying my hardest not to over rev or over brake and get us to go off the road. I really don't know what's above this, so I don't want to punch it too hard. We might save that if we do complete this. Man, all those shadows. Holy wow. We might save that for our first person run, which will probably end in a disaster. But that's all part of the fun, is pushing this faster and faster and faster and seeing what breaks. Because I know there's definitely some viewers out there that you guys just want to see the crashes. And we'll get to that stuff. But, you know, the physics of these cars, it's quite fun to feel the suspension twist, compress, and sometimes break. Now, what are we dealing with up here? I have no idea. Okay, a lazy right tightening. Looks like we got a right after this as well. There is no map on this, so it's literally only what you can see. And some of these corners can catch you out, and that's what happened when we did our pre-run, is that we went a little too fast, and we couldn't quite recover from that. We didn't have enough traction and or time or skill. There's very much likely that to recover, so. Don't know how hard some of these corners are, and don't want to cut the corners too much because you don't know if there's a rock in there, a ditch, or something else, or a signpost, and that can just cause a lot of problems. So, ooh, and the road is narrowed. Okay. Here we go. Oop, don't want to hit that. That would be really unfortunate. This looks like it might tighten down. It does. Oh, come on. We're almost there. And the car's pulling to one side already. We're already damaging ourselves a little bit. I do not want that left front to break. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it could be problematic. Here we go. Ah, nice. Whew. So 3 minutes, 52 seconds, and it looks like it's good. Number 1. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Well, I tell you what, let's go and hit that retry. We're going to do this from the first person. Let's see if we can't make this work. We're still in automatic transmission. Fingers crossed, ladies and gents. This is already feeling a little bit better down here too, which is pretty cool. All right, here we go. Can we still judge our braking points the same? It's always a little bit of a switch up because when you're in third person view, the camera pivots a little bit differently around the car. And in first person, you really feel the pivot point is different depending on the vehicle. So this really feels like the pivot point is just a touch in front of where you're sitting. Like the pivot point of the car really is around the driver, which right now feels really good. Oh, that part of the road is cool. It's like it's just completely worn through. It sounds pretty good too, even in first person here. All right, here we go. Power, man. Hammer down. We're coming up on 100. Oh. Do not want to lose control of this going around. Now I say that, and immediately we're going into a corner. Ooh. Into some underbrush. We impacted some stuff, but I don't think it damaged the car. The engine looks like it's already getting damaged. We might have been over revving this a little bit. Shoot. And we're off. Oh, man. Painful. You see the back wheel back there is already a little bit hosered up. Car seems okay, though, otherwise. We're down here in a little bit of a beach. Yeah, that left wheel is completely knackered. And I have no idea where we are. Down from the beach, I guess. But, well, there is that. So let's go up here, and we will try this. with manual transmission. And we'll try not to blow the car up because we can over rev. And we could find a way to adjust the seat, but we'll just leave it the way it is for now. Here we go, here we go. This thing is definitely a little bit more peppy when you've got control of the gears. That's really, really nice. It really wants to turn on you, which is both good and bad. Because if you don't have the traction, it's not going to help. So the trick is you start punching the brakes a little too much, they start locking up. And you start not being able to turn, so then you got to give it a little bit of gas to try to get that front end to bite. And this is backing around and over and over and over again. It's not always super useful. And I don't want to put it to full lock because then the wheels aren't going to bite as well. You're not going to get as good traction. We did get a chance to rev the engine up pretty good though there. That sounded fantastically good. Here we go. Around the corner. And I think this is where we went off last time. Maybe? Almost. That's where we almost went off last time. So we're coming up here, and there's going to be another right-hand corner. And if I recall, this is where not only do we just go off, like there's the tire marks, where we went off last time. Shoot. That's where we went off the first time on our guided tour as well. Crap. Now, I literally talked about it, and it happened. So, last time here, ladies and gents. All right, here we go. It's really that one corner we just have to watch out for. So, oh man, we're gonna do it this time. We got around that corner a little bit further than we did the last time in first person. But we just didn't have the traction for it. And by the time we realized we didn't have the traction, we tried to goose it a little bit, and we just could not get the car to follow around. So now I'm taking a little bit of liberties here, driving a little bit more sloppier. It's harder to speak and talk and form thoughts when you're driving these things that are very, very technical. You'll find a lot of times, like when people are in technical situations on driving, they'll just stop talking because they're focusing on what's going on. Not always, but a lot of times you'll see that. I got asked a question a couple weeks back about, well, if it's so hard to talk and drive, why do people do it all the time? And it's like, well, in most situations you're on the highway, you're just watching for things ahead of you, and there's not a lot of dangers and risks. But you see have a person pull out in front of them, or have a deer a deer step out in front of you. What you're going to see is they're going to either say a swear word and then go silent, or they're just going to be quiet, and they're just going to, for the most part, start working through that. Now, here's this corner. We got it. Are you serious? Wow. We started slowing down, and the car just did not want to bite. I don't know if it's misperceptive, like we're going downhill. See, it's once we get the full lock on these wheels, they just do not bite. Oh man, the car is really skitty. So I don't know. There's something that I'm missing, some visual cue that I'm missing through all of this. And as the car starts to turn, either we've got damage after that first impact, that once we do the full lock, we're actually dragging part of the car, or the wheels, the grip just goes down because we're not actually gripping at that point. We're just sliding the tire. Now the car is pulling pretty hard to the left, so I'm trying to compensate, which makes these right-hand corners a little bit more difficult. But again, it's not too surprising that's happening, specifically because we knackered up and damaged that left front. So, oh man, here we go. Left turns are okay. Right turns, which is most of what we're running into, are not. I dare not even hit that e-brake because I think this is going to send us around into a complete spin. We're right up against the rev limiter there. Trying to get the car to slow down rather than just lock up and pull left, which is, I think, was what's been catching us out the entire time. And we'll see if we can't actually finish this up. Oh man. Yeah, I just stabbed that brake and it wants to just pull the whole front of the car left. So something is hosered, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get to the end here. Man, I would love to come back and do these scenarios with an actual proper wheel and pedal setup. I have a proper wheel. I mean, proper is a oh man, it's a perspective on the term, right? I have a driving GeForce GT, so it's good enough. It's not a direct drive; it's a gear driven. And I do have a pedal setup, but what I don't have. We're still going. What I don't have is a good like clutch pedal and stuff. It's just gas and brake, and then a simple sequential shifter. So I'd love to get a better setup, but we'll see. I might tackle that back in the future. Oh man, this car is pulling so hard. But here we go. And that is that. A little bit slower, not too surprised. But we did it. So we'll hit that free roam here. And let's take a look at the car to see just how badly we've hosed it up. So not bad, actually. Actually, no, I take that back. Suspension and everything is just completely collapsed on that side. The right side is doing okay. You can see the wheel just wants to pull to the left there. But let's go take a look. There's a lot of cool stuff here on this map. There's a lot of nifty things going on. Let's put this back here into an arcade transmission. But again, you can keep driving around. You can do a lot of cool stuff. We'll kind of punch it up here. This is a neat map. There's a lot of like side roads. There's a lot of places you can go. You can crawl around. There's dirt roads and whatnot. You can climb all the way up. There's buildings. There's cool things. There's interesting, unique shindigs happening. Like here's a crazy old warehouse up here. Let's see if we can't get inside that. Actually, this is an old airstrip. Cool. Oh, look at that, man. All the metal plating and stuff down there, and some of the forest has actually grown over it. That's cool. Well, I'll tell you what, those that want to see crash physics, let's see if we can't make this work. This strip isn't perfect, but we're going to see if we can't get full speed without wrecking this thing. This car is fighting me quite heavily right now. Don't want to upset it too much. We're going to go right off the end here and see if we can't take off and fly. Boom! Here we go. Oh, man. Not good. That car is completely tacoed into the trees. Ooh, the roof is actually smashed in. This actually... Let's go interior to the car. Yeah, this would be impacting the head. This would be unlikely the driver would actually survive that. So, but in any case, on that bombshell of a banana car, thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by and checking out yet another scenario with BeamNG.drive. I really, really enjoyed these. They're a lot of fun. And as always, I'll see you next time.